So AEW, you excited about this? You think it's a good idea? I think it's pretty cool, right? Cody Rhodes, or just Cody, as he's known now.
Right.
Chris Jericho's there. The Bucks, of course. And Cody and the Bucks seem to have like a managerial type role. I guess the ownership is the Jacksonville Jaguars guy.
Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Khan family that own the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I think a Premier League soccer team.
Oh, really? Wow. I didn't notice that.
I think so.
Wow.
Or they own a soccer team. I don't know where it is. But it seems to be a very exciting new venture. It really depends on so much, though, that we don't know about. Like their TV. Look, we know that they're going to do one event in May in Vegas called Double or Nothing.
25th, no?
May 25th.
Cool.
But we don't know anything else. Like, they're signing wrestlers. Are they signing them to exclusive contracts? We talked about it on the latest episode of What's Fandom in Japan, which is available right now on our YouTube channel at WrestlingUncensored.net, RingsideReport.net. It's out. It's on iTunes. And Phantom and I were talking about it. Like, these contracts that these guys are signing, are they exclusive contracts?
From what it sounds like, if you sign with like AEW, you're not going to be in Ring of Honor, and you're not going to be in New Japan, from what it sounds like, because New Japan and Ring of Honor have their own kind of deal. So AEW, you're kind of out on your own kind of thing. I don't know if that includes Impact Wrestling or not. And I would imagine you could still wrestle on the indies as long as it doesn't conflict with their dates, because that's usually how the other feds operate as well.
So it's not exclusive, but you can't wrestle for the big companies. But I don't know if that's even true. Like, we don't know what kind of contracts these guys have, and there still could be a working relationship with New Japan. Because I know that, Kenny Omega says he's leaving New Japan. He's probably going to wind up in AEW. I think his contract with New Japan winds up at the end of the month. And Kenny Omega is a major player. New Japan doesn't want to lose him. So, there are all sorts of rumors going around right now that New Japan, I read a rumor that New Japan, they didn't want to have a working relationship with AEW because they have this talent exchange with Ring of Honor.
Right.
But that contract is going to wrap up sometime in March or April after their Madison Square Garden show.
Okay.
So if Kenny Omega is going to AEW, they may want to work with AEW so they can still book Kenny Omega. And if you're New Japan and you're looking at the roster of Ring of Honor compared to the roster of AEW, who do you want to work with and use talent from?
Yeah, but Ring of Honor is operating right now. AEW is not really operating right now.
Yeah, but look at the contracts and the talent that they have. The Bucks, Hangman, Kenny, Cody, Jericho. Like, they have a lot of talent under contract right now that New Japan might want to use.
Right.
Who would you take from Ring of Honor? I mean, there's talent there, but I think maybe if you're New Japan, you might want to look at AEW instead.
Well, the fact that ROH has a TV deal so you can do storylines with New Japan, it just works right now. AEW, it's a great idea, and it's going to eventually become something, but right now it's just, the pipe dream.
Well, it's not a pipe dream.
It's a little bit more than that, but
yeah,
it's not really concrete right now. There's just a lot of talk.
And like Acme Tunes is saying, Ring of Honor without the Elite is going to suffer. The Elite is a big reason why Ring of Honor was so hot and why New Japan was so hot. And if they're starting their own thing, All Elite Wrestling, and you're New Japan, a talent exchange is not so bad. It's not a bad move. And it's not a bad move for All Elite Wrestling, too. For them to have a working relationship with another promotion is good because they can, use some of their talent, which they need. They need more than 6 or 7 guys on a roster, right?
I feel this has happened before with Ring of Honor and New Japan. You had it with the Bullet Club when you lost AJ, Finn Balor, Gallows, and Anderson. so many people have been lost before in the past. Ring of Honor lost Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, but they still recovered. I mean, yes, it's a drop and it hurts for a while, but they do build new stars.
For sure.
So I'm not too worried.
And both Ring of Honor and New Japan have that talent to build without the Elite if they have to.
Right.
For sure. I mean, you look at the talent in New Japan, they're still, Naito, Tanahashi, Okada, although there are rumors that Okada's leaving too, which would be a huge blow to New Japan. But Jay White, they have a lot of talent. Will Ospreay, I think, is the future of professional wrestling.
Yep.
Kota Ibushi is still there for now, although his relationship with Kenny, who knows? And Ring of Honor, too. They have tons of talent. They have PCO. They have Marty Scurll. They have Jeff Cobb. They have, good wrestlers. They have a lot of guys on the roster. The Briscoes. It's a talented roster. Maybe not as talented as it was. They lost SCU. They lost the Bucks. They lost Cody. Those are big players for them.
Hangman Page. Yeah, they lost a lot. Yeah, there's no question. But again, this isn't the first time, and they did recover.
And we're talking about this, how it affects New Japan and Ring of Honor. What about how it affects the WWE?
Well, you can tell they're already trying to sign guys like Kenny to big contracts because they're feeling the pressure right now. They realize there's a lot more competition out there, so now they have to get all this talent to make sure they can destroy the competition all over again.
Correct. But they're struggling to do it because nobody's signing to the WWE. This is bad for the WWE. As bad as it is for Ring of Honor and New Japan, it's workable for them because AEW is willing to co-promote.
Right.
WWE is not in the business of co-promoting with anybody.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
You're either there or you're not. And not being able to sign so much top talent right now is going to hurt them. What's going to be the big surprise at the Rumble? What's going to be the big surprise at WrestleMania?
Well, it could still be Kenny Omega because it's not for sure that he's going to be with AEW.
Come on.
They put the roster out. He was not on the roster list.
Elite wrestling. Jericho already said Kenny's going to be on. He just can't officially sign on because he's contractually obligated to New Japan until the end of this month.
Well, and Kenny did say AEW.
Did you not
WWE.
watch Being the Elite? Kenny lost his phone and then he found it, and it was there was a clock ticking.
Okay.
That means his contract's running out, and he's leaving.
And he said WWE or AEW. Those are his offers, and they offered him $3.5 million. He's going to say no to that? Wow, that's a lot of money to say no to.
Yep. But think about the possibilities with AEW.
Okay.
The Jacksonville Jaguars guys, they've got millions of dollars. Or billions of dollars, right? They're billionaires.
Right, yeah.
They're going to throw money at Kenny. And he gets to be a part of something new and fresh with his friends. He gets to stay with the Elite. As opposed to going to this world where he's not in control in any way. He has to limit his wrestling style and not be his true self. Who wants to do that? I would obviously go to AEW. If I'm Kenny Omega, it's an easy choice. Unless the WWE offers me so much money that it's just crazy not to take. But they're not doing that. I mean, they're offering him, it's reasonable, but he could make the same, if not more, with AEW or anybody else.
Well, I'm just saying $3.5 million, more than likely Raw and SmackDown right away. And then you think about merch. I think he'll be more than fine WWE in terms of making money.
Sure. He probably makes more money in the WWE if they push him correctly to a AJ Styles type level.
Even if he was just like high mid-card, I think he'd be fine.
He'd be fine, but like, who wants to be fine when you can have fun? and make money.
You know, as a professional, as someone who like wants to be the best in terms of wrestling, I'm sure that's kind of a big thing for him right now. To have that creative freedom, it's really important. But you can't just like say, "Oh, no way, screw the money." You know, that's a lot of money.
Kenny's an artist,
right? Fine, we're all artists.
It's not about the money, I don't think, with Kenny Omega.
You can't just say no to 3.5. It's just, like it's nothing.
Well, he's saying no.
Well,
he's turning them down. He's not going to go to the WWE.
I say wait and see.
Bet
$20
that he goes to WWE. Easy.
All right, fine.
In 2019.
Oh, I didn't say that.
No. No. In 2019, that's not right. AEW. You don't know what AEW is going to do.
That was my loophole. Like,
no loophole.
Damn it.
No. You're going to owe me $20 when he signs to AEW at the end of the month. Everybody saw that, John. That was on Dave and Johnny Live. John's going to owe me $20. How about that? We just made a live bet, and Kenny Omega's not going to WWE. Obviously, he's going to AEW, and Johnny North is going to have to pay me $20.
There'll always be an asterisk next to this where it's like he saw through my loophole that I had there, where I pretty much had it set.
So you're saying you're not going to pay me?
No, I'm saying I'm going to, but like I was going to win this one for sure because Kenny was definitely going to go to WWE eventually.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I think it was going to happen.
Maybe in 6 years. Who knows?
I wasn't going to say exactly 2019.
Look, if AEW gets a TV deal and they start making big money and they become like the top wrestling promotion, why would he go to WWE?
Well, I mean,
it's not that hard. WWE is producing a terrible product right now.
They have some of the best wrestlers on the planet.
Sure, but are they using them correctly? Just like Acme Tunes is saying right now. He says on the YouTube chat, WWE has a talent to crush all their competition, but they don't use their talent correctly.
Okay.
He's not wrong. Like, I was talking about it on What's Phantom in Japan. Cesaro could be a top wrestler in any company in the world, but he's just like, in a tag team with Sheamus.
It's not bad, again.
It's not bad, but like, this guy could have been so much more. If they focused more on wrestling instead of whatever else they're trying to do, they'd be better off.
Well, WWE's mainly
because all the other companies are focusing on wrestling, and guess what? It's working. People actually like it. WWE focuses on these terrible promos by Elias and Baron Corbin, and they wonder why we changed the channel. It's not rocket science, man. It's professional wrestling. It's not that hard to do.
Well,
and what gets me so much about WWE is they used to do it. They figured it out. They were so good. They were the best at it for years. That's what got them to this point. And they can't figure out how to do it anymore. And they completely changed the way they used to do it. They didn't used to script promos for guys. They used to say, hey, man, brother, here are your talking points. Go out there and, get it done. He may say, do this line, you got to get in there, or that line, but it wasn't scripted out for them like it is now. Did you see Braun Strowman on Raw this week?
Yes.
Mouthing the words to his promo that he was seeing in the prompter or whatever?
He forgot his lines.
So he's like seeing them written there for him. He's mouthing, and then he goes, Brock Lesnar. And it's like, what? Come on, man. Braun, just talk. You forget the lines, say, screw the lines. I'm just going to cut a promo here. But you may lose your job and your spot, and you're so afraid to break any rules and do anything fun that it's not fun. And that comes across on TV. It's not fun. Like, they used to know how to do it. And now with AEW, those guys know how to do it. They get wrestling. They get what wrestling fans want. And if they get a TV deal, why would you want to go to WWE? If they've got money, if a WCW started today, if Ted Turner started today, which is what we may be facing here, and they were doing it correctly, Who knows what would happen? We're about to find out.
It's exciting times, but I don't think WWE is bad wrestling. Did you not see like that match, Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali, Samoa Joe?
Sure.
That was fantastic wrestling.
Tremendous match.
One of the best matches I've seen this week.
SmackDown's very good.
Like
I say it every week. SmackDown's very good. That's their wrestling-based product, but they kind of hide it on SmackDown. You know, it's weird.
Raw's more of a talk show.
Raw is a terrible show. I don't know why they don't make Raw more like SmackDown. And they don't have the talent for it, really. They've put so many guys on Raw that just couldn't wrestle and entertain you. You know, they're not good.
There's just too much on Raw. And you would think that's a good thing, but it's actually a bad thing because like you get some good wrestling, but usually you don't because there's just too much characters instead of wrestlers.
It's too promo based and the promos are terrible.
Well,
you know, the Braun promo was terrible. The Braun Brock thing is just awful. How do you expect me to get excited for a Royal Rumble match for the, Raw title when you do that? That's your promo. Like, come on, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. And they're in trouble.
Oh.
If there was an AEW show opposite Monday Night Raw, there would be some problems. They'd have to step up big time.
You say this, but the Royal Rumble is still going to be a fantastic event. The Royal Rumble traditionally is usually a great pay-per-view. One of the best pay-per-views of the year. And as bad as some WWE might be, there's just too much good for it to be bad.
The WWE didn't do a pay-per-view last year that was better than All In.
That's very debatable. Very debatable. TLC was fantastic, I thought.
Was it better than All In?
No.
In some points, no, it wasn't.
In some points, it was.
No, top to bottom, what was a better show, really?
In terms of women's wrestling, TLC destroyed All In.
In terms of women's wrestling. What about the whole show?
I think it gives it a run for its money without question. Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, one of the best wrestling matches we saw last year.
Sure. I don't think it was better than Pentagon versus Kenny Omega from All In, though.
They're both very good. It's very hard to say on that one.
Yeah.
Impact.
If AEW starts running monthly pay-per-views that are as good, or maybe bi-monthly pay-per-views even that are the quality of All In. I mean, if they can produce content like WWE produces, people are going to compare, and it's going to be very obvious what's better.